What's going on, WeldTube family? Jake Schofield here with Schofield Welding. Guys, we have a pretty cool episode. We are in Appleton, Wisconsin at the Miller headquarters. We are going to be welding some 24-inch 375 wall today. I also have one of my good buddies, Cody Bowman, who is the main man for the 400 PipePros. We're going to be talking about that later today too, as we weld out the 24-inch. So guys, stick around. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk to you here in a bit.
Warning: read and follow all labels and the owner's manual. Never use an engine-driven welder generator inside a home or garage, even if doors and windows are open. Always read and follow all labels and the owner's manual carefully, including the following.
All right, guys, so I got Cody over here, and we're sitting in front of a brand new 400 PipePro. Now, Cody is the main man with the dynamic dig, so I'm going to let him kind of explain how this works and how it's going to benefit you when you are running with the PipePros.
All right, so dynamic dig was born out of really necessity and a lot of feedback working with our end users who weld a lot of downhill pipe. So really that's the reason why we went through the time and process of developing it, specifically made to, like I said, weld downhill pipeline. Dynamic dig has two main controls. One's called the dig range and one's called the arc control. And really it's a way for welders to really get the most out of their machine. The dig range is going to determine how much drive the arc has, and it's settable from anywhere from 0 up to 150 amps. And that sets an amperage limit that allows the welder to decide really how much drive and penetration that arc has. The arc control, on the flip side, allows the welder to adjust the volt amp curve to give them the kind of puddle characteristic they're looking for. So if they like a real dry puddle and stack a lot of metal, they have the ability to adjust that. If they like a more fluid puddle, let it fill out a little bit more, flow out, they have the ability to do that. So when you got those two controls independent that you can mix and match, and really at the end of the day, hopefully make whoever's welding with it happy. Throughout the process, we'll stop and talk about the wick remote and how this allows us to get the most out of our machine in conjunction or combined with the arc characteristics that the machine has.
Okay guys, so like I said, we have some 24-inch 375 wall pipe. We're going to be welding with some 6010 532 Hobart rod. This is tacked up in 4 spots. We're going to be running about a 332 gap, and we're going to have 2 guys welding on this at the same time. Now what we got Matt Arnold, Warrior Welding. We got Travis Field. These guys are going to be putting our bead in for us. We're going to get after it. All right guys, we got Matt running about 115 amps right now. Stiff side of 21 on his dig.
Down 10.
Down 5.
Down 5.
Now one of the other things about this remote is you can adjust how far down or up it will go with a single push or a hold of the button up or down. This one's set 5 with just a single push, and then down. And then with holding it, it will drop 10 or go up 10.
Up 5. So this machine also comes equipped with a hot start that's adjustable. Right now it's just set from the factory default. That's also adjustable from the machine on the front user face.
Now later on when these guys get done putting this bead in, we're going to show you a preset on this, which is going to make everything just a little bit faster. And on the pipelines or welding pipe, speed is everything. So we're going to show you a sweet little trick on this remote that's going to speed a lot of things up for you.
Travis is getting towards this tack, and it's starting to get a little tighter compared to up on the top, so he's coming up in his amperage. Up 5. 130. Getting ready to tie in.
And guys, just a single bump on an up. If he's like up, we would just hold the up and it would bump up
135
on the remote. Now one of the things about these remotes is you have complete control over the whole machine. So 0 to 400, you have it all right here in your hand. Up. So we're about 115 amps right now coming off the bottom. With a stiff of 21. So basically what the stiff of 21 is like soft. The softer you go, the more melted it is, the more like wet butter it is. And then the stiff is more like cold butter. So you got anything from 0 to 25 or 0 to negative 25. All right guys, so we're just getting done with the bead. We're getting ready to start hot passing this thing. So we still have Travis, we still have Matt. They're gonna be hot passing. We're still using Hobart 8010 rod P1. This is actually 3/16, so we're going to be cranking the heat up quite a bit to make sure we're burning out what needs to be burned out and making sure that this is going to go the way we want it to.
All right, so we got 4 channels on this machine that we can, or on this remote that we can program with different presets. So we're going to go into the hot pass and we're going to add a little bit more dig range to give Travis a little bit more drive to make sure that he can dig out any trash that could be there. So to jump to program 2, you're just going to hit this program setting. It'll indicate P2 up there. I've already got it set. We're going to leave the arc control the same. The dig range is changed in the hidden menu up to about 115. We're going to hot pass about 175 amps.
So I just hold it, boom. You don't have to worry about bumping it and keeping track of where it's going. It'll only go down 10, and then you release a button, you can go down 5 or 10 more. So we got Matt's machine actually turned up to the stiffest dig setting that it'll go, which is a plus 25. Which we're going to give this hot pass a real stacked look to it. Instead of really wetting out on the sides, it's going to give it a real nice stacked look. Can't beat the 400 Pro. PipePro or either one of them, man. They're as good as it gets. Okay guys, so we just got done with our hot pass. We're bringing in 2 other guys, some heavy hitters on the whole deal. We're gonna make a little bit, you know, in the welding world, everybody's competing at least a little bit. But guys, I have Jordan on my side of the pipe. Cody, who do you got?
We got Rosendo over here. We got their parameters adjusted the way they like it. I got program 3, stiff 15, dig range 100. And we're going to start out at 175 amps on our side. What do you got?
Yep, we're going to start about 170 on this side. Stiff 17 is what we're going to stick with. And we're going to see how it goes. So guys, like I said, when it comes to the softer, the stiff, right now we're putting in a filler on 375 wall with 316. We're going to want this to be a little stiffer. We want to stack as much iron in there as we can, but not so stiff that it's just kind of laying on top. Does that make sense? So basically we're on stiff 17 plus 17, and it's stacking in there nice. It's flushing it out, and we're going to be ready to cap as soon as this is done.
All right, looks like the Rosendo is putting a nice light pass on, maintaining good control, just a nice little whip and pause as he comes down. Good travel speed. He's going to leave his amperage the same, not really changed it much at all since the top.
Beautiful. We're going to turn it down 5.
All right, we're going across that bottom quarter and looking real nice. Maintaining good control.
Okay guys, so I finally get to be a part of this thing. We're getting ready to cap it with the Hobart 8010 still 3/16 is what we're getting ready to use. Jordan did a really good job. He filled his side up really nice. Dakota's going to be capping with me, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing knocked out and put a cap on her. Okay guys, so I got my machine set quite a bit different than Dakota does. He's got a pretty stiff arc and I got a pretty wet arc. So my dig range is actually set on a 9 right now, where I think his is set on a 25. So I'm on 160 amps right now. Just working my way down this thing. Jordan left me some pretty good edges on this, so it didn't get any wider than what it was. It's actually got a really nice bevel on it. So it's gonna help keep this thing really straight.
All right, so Dakota's been doing a real good job. We left it a little bit low, probably a 16th or so, and so he's got a nice little trough to fill. We set up program 4 on this for him with stiff 25. He likes it real stiff. Left our dig range down right around 100. And he's been started out at 165 on top, come down about 145 on the side. And we'll see how he does across the bottom quarter, whether or not he wants to come back up. Round 5. Round 5. Beautiful.
Okay, WeldTube family. Hey, that was too much fun. We just finished capping this whole thing. Some of the points I want to just kind of make on it is the PipePro 400, just the versatility of it, the remote, and the ability to control pretty much the entire welding machine from your hand. Cody did a great job with the dynamic dig. Thank you for that. It really brought up the machine to, I mean, it's an incredible machine. So it's always getting worked on all the time, right?
Yeah, and I just want to add thanks guys for being here. We really appreciate the opportunity to have you guys come and spend a day with us. But I'd like to say, give a big shout out to anybody that welds out there. I mean, I come in every day. We try to, and all of us in Miller Electric, try to make our product as good as it can be, because we know that we got people out there that are using it to feed their families, to make money for their career. So we appreciate your support, and just really blessed to have this crew here come and be with us, and thank you.
Thank you. So guys, don't forget, subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Let us know what you think of the video, and we'll talk to you here in a bit.